neshama bara jeder fis is a schlein, kol sosen, kol simche, kol chosen, kol kalle. A lot of people heard from this story before, but Moshe, believe me, as many times as you heard it, I heard it even more times, so it's nothing more. Tremendous well time. Now, I understand what it means, kol sosen, kol simche. You come into a chassid, you're a band by neshama, Neshama orchestra, beautiful job. Kol sosen. Thanks. You understand what it means, a voice from Sosai, or a voice from Simcha. You come into chassid, you're a chassid, you hear Riva Shvebel, you hear a beautiful Bal Menagen, that's a voice from Simcha. What does that mean that we are asking Hashem that we should still hear in Yerushalayim a koil chason, a voice from a chason and a voice from a kala? Chason had the same voice yesterday as today, he's going to have tomorrow the same voice as today. What does it mean that a koil chason, a chason's voice is different than another time? Same thing with the kala. The kala is going to have tomorrow the same voice as yesterday, a year from now. What does that mean? Shh. Koil chason, I'm going to explain to you something, chason. It took me a while to understand, a couple of weeks, a couple of months after the chasana. Then I understood it. Chassan comes on tomorrow after davening, is not used to carry such a heavy package. No, a talis, tefillin, till now it was only like a pair of tefillin, now it's a talis too. A tekish talis, like a flochten a Torah, heavy package, it's freezing cold outside. 3/4 of an hour after he goes to daven, shh. The kal is already missing him never so much. She's standing by the door, she's looking out this little window, when Kim Shemanach Maria home. Finally, Chassid, you're going to put the first foot on the steps, the door is going to open automatically, like the airport. Good morning, a smile from ear to ear. You're going to walk into the kitchen, Chassid, you're going to find a breakfast that 20 years by your mother, you have never seen anything like that. I'm sorry, nothing personal. For the first breakfast, Chassid, is a breakfast that you're going to remember for life. Everything is on the table. Schwarze Brot, weiße Brot, whole wheat, Mazoines rolls, Avoidse rolls, Kampf bakery, Bonus bakery, Baker's Brandsen, Tantz bakery, every single bakery that calculates exactly what you like. Then everything is prepared beautiful, the spoons, the forks, everything, the napkins together like a flower, the red and the blue together, beautiful. Then you're going to have the tomatoes emptied out in the middle, filled up with egg salad, 2 peppers are sticking out like birds, the mayonnaise like cream. Yeah, it's going to look wonderful, Chassid. Lax spread, tuna spread, cheese spread, bed spread, everything is on the table. The chusna is going to see such a breakfast, you're going to freak out, and the chusna is going to say to the kala, hey, what are you doing such a big deal for me? It's enough, a little bit bread and butter, you don't need to make such a big deal. The kala says, no, for you. I'm going to make it my whole life. Anechtik tuk, you know what that means? Kala, you know what it means, anechtik tuk? How do you say anechtik tuk in English? In Yiddish? No way? Oh. That's too strict. Oh, please, no, I'm not going to say that. Shh. And the chusn goes to wash. Shh. Chusn goes to wash and sits down at the table and makes a moitzi. What's the first thing the woman always forget to put on the table?
Salt.
I didn't say anything, you said it. Chassan sees there's no salt. It's the first day you have to be careful of everything, bench, you know, be careful. And the chassan goes, Baruch Ata Shavah Gaine Melech Oel, no. What do you want? Basement? No. Baruch Ata Shavah Gaine Melech, no. Melech Oel. Finally, after half an hour, the cow understands that she has to bring a little bit of salt. She brings a little bit of salt and she says to the chassan, oh, Yari, please forgive me, I'm so sorry, excuse me, I didn't really mean it. And the chassan says, don't worry about it, it happened by my mother every day, don't bother, it's nothing. And the chassan eats up the entire breakfast, and the chassan, after the breakfast, I want to tell you something, a warning in advance. There's going to be garbage after such a breakfast, like by a family with 15, eigentlich after the silent. Can I have garbage? The chassan has to show that he's a nice guy, starts to take a 2 packets of garbage. Wants to take it downstairs, and the kala says, oh, Aryeh, take it on the garbage, this is my job. I take it on my entire life, it has nothing to do with you. This is by 3 weeks from the chassan, and the chassan wakes up very early in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, he has to go to Minyan. The kala hears the luck by the door, she goes, hey Aryeh, you're going anyways downstairs, do me a favor, on the way, take down the garbage. Passes by another 3 weeks, you're going to hear a completely different voice, the garbage! Every morning I have to tell you the garbage you should know by yourself. You take it down every morning and that's it. The chassid comes home. Suddenly the breakfast becomes smaller and smaller, schwuler, narrower and narrower. And it starts with kamar shtikel bread, kamar shtikel bitter, and the kala says, the chassid says, where's my breakfast? And the kala says, listen, whatever you have in the refrigerator is good. Finish this tough luck. Go to the neighbor, go to the friend, go to the grocery, go to the cafe. And it starts all the voices. I told you, be sorry, excuse me, that's why we're asking Hashem. Kol chassid, the kol kala. The same voice as they heard at the first day of the chasana. That's the voice that they should hear. But I want to tell you something. Auf Yiddish sagt man, and sie waren alle in demselben Beckel, and I brach auf dem wenig. You know what that means? Kala. That we are all in the same boat. That's exactly what it means. Baruch Hashem for that. Shh. All the friends together. Rivi, you're in the same boat also, Rivi? Alle in demselben Beckel. Dinish, sure, Dinish, fine. The same voice. You have the Rivi, you have the same breakfast, right? Rivi, you remind me of the famous countess Mendel used to say. It was a contest. 1,000 people. Veses Balmus in the home, wherever is boss in the home, should stay on the right side. Wer nicht verstehen auf der linken Seite. 999 people, man stood on the right side, the wife is boss. One person stood on the left side. Really? Are you boss? No, my wife told me to stand right here. Alright. Really, Schwebel, the cousin, tonight such a great concert. Such a great voice, and always such a tremendous chesed about Tukas on Tag 9, Mishal Vala Bogus on Kishimat Sukkah. Aber Moshe Lazar, Abel Lazar, a friend from the Chusha of Mechit, Lama Tag of Rivchum Gitten. Together with Eshe Schwebel, Lama Tag of Rivchum Gitten, some table, Marina Rebeshik, Yishmoy Kain Heat, David Low, Lama Tag of